Oh, he did?
Good morning, this is a review of After the Fall, the smash hit VR game that... Hold on, my script's print got really tiny all of a sudden. After the Fall is kind of like a roguelite and kind of like a dungeon crawler, but it's online, so it's more like the Destiny dungeons, come to think of it. How about that? My favorite part of this game is how it flips the zombie stereotype on its head and makes the player the hunter rather than the hunted. In most zombie games, you're in a dystopian world where the odds are against you and every breath you take could alert a horde of undead to your location. Instead, After the Fall gives humanity control of this dangerous world, so the bad guys still exist, but as crazy humans, we've turned it into more of a game than a fight for survival, where teams of hunters go out into the cold and compete for the biggest amount of kills, and the coolest weapons, and so this isn't as much of a horror game as something like The Walking Dead, but it's still really fun. I think the key aspect of this game that makes it the most fun is the co-op aspect. Now, I hear you saying, hey man, I don't got friends, let alone a friend with a VR headset. But that's okay. The community in this game is one of the greatest you will see in your life. Some lobbies you got like this.
Okay, because it's like it's juice and a booster together, man. Oh fuck, what's that flashing light?
And sometimes you got groups like this.
My government watch list status totally went up after I got this game because all I've been talking about is pipe bombs.
Yeah, I know.
And as long as you're generally fun and a nice person, you're gonna fit right in. This game has a few bugs, but most are just exploitable and not the kind you rage quit because of. Like, there's this one where you make it so the enemies despawn and you skip the final boss, so it's an easy win on the hardest difficulty. Like, if you're down to sit around for a solid 45 minutes. This game doesn't have a ton of weapons, but the variety is big enough. It does, however, have quite a few attachments at different rarities, but you do get lots of duplicates, so I wish that your odds of duplicates went down for each duplicate you unlocked, but it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Okay, I just threw some cinnamon rolls in the oven, but I'll keep making the video while I wait. The guns in this game, oh boy, they actually did them right. The reload system feels cool, it looks cool, it sounds cool, your guns go... and they start blasting zombies in the head, and your buddy's yelling a Scottish accent, and it's just fun, man. The aiming is pretty good, and you can hold your guns with two hands, which should be standard, but sometimes games decide that you shouldn't have a second hand. I'm looking at you, Solaris. Anyway, your guns are really customizable, feel good to use, and you can make them look really cool, but as far as I know, you can't customize your character, which I'm honestly okay with, but I really want a purple jacket. This game does offer PvP, and it's not awful, but this game is a co-op game, and it's best when it's played like one. Okay, the game's biggest setback is the price. $40, which in euros is, oh shit, yeah, I'm not doing that today. So $40 for this game. I think the game is currently worth about $35, but once they do that little bit of polish and add a few more guns, which they said they're doing, it'll definitely be worth $40. Taking all these factors into account, it isn't exactly a masterpiece or bugless, but it's lots of fun to play, so I give it a 4 out of 5.